Oh yes, legends, we are live. How is everybody doing? We're going to be analyzing the price of Bitcoin to see, hey, are we ready to get that movement to the upside to $102,000, or are we going to still be ranging in between today and tomorrow? We're going to be talking about the most important levels, different scenarios according to waves, Fibonacci, confluence zones, all right, throughout today's live stream. So make sure to destroy the like button. Of course, we'll be going through your favorite major altcoins, such as mine being Chainlink. We're going to take a look at some very interesting charts, okay, from the 4-year cycle. We'll be taking a look at the Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin throughout the performance after the halving, and also be taking a look at some many other charts, guys. So make sure to destroy the like button. There's some interesting news that I want to go through here as well today. So make sure to smash up that like button, and I'm going to go right away through the comment section and say hello to the beautiful community, guys. Let's go. Is Bitcoin going to manage to pump throughout today to get above $102,000? Remember, that is the overall target zone. Or do we have one more dip to get down here beneath $96,000? Or is this ready? The amount of liquidity that is sitting above $99,000 is getting pretty important, guys, okay? We do have some pretty nice liquidity above 99K to 100K. Are we going to sweep it up? Or are we going to get a leg down first of all and then head to the upside? We'll be talking about the major levels, different scenarios that could happen, guys. Smash up the like button and let's go right away through the comment section. Yes, oh yes, oh yes. Kalina, thanks for joining. Let's go. Could you please take a look at 𝗬𝗫? Please, please, please. Not much to say on these altcoins. I mean, PRQ, 𝗬𝗫. We're going to focus on Bitcoin first of all, as we do always, guys. Later on, we can take a look at some altcoins. Any updates on 𝗬𝗫? I have to say, the overall accumulation from the last few months, all right, was this zone right over here. This was a zone to exit with 50% of the bag and now hold on a moon bag, okay? Could this be a buying opportunity for 𝗬𝗫? We could analyze that later on, okay? Overall, without a doubt, there's so many big opportunities to scoop up some cheap altcoins, guys. This is not the moment that we want to buy on the hype, on the pump, as Google trend goes up and we get a lot of people coming into crypto like November, part of December. That is the moment where we get the pullback. We want to start getting out, right? So this was an exit strategy zone on 𝗬𝗫 that played out very well, making a 3x return in just, a month, 6 weeks, which was great. And now hold a moon bag. If the question is, can we see more upside and we're going to bottom out? I do believe so, that altcoins could be very close to bottoming out. Bitcoin dominance has gone through the roof. It is higher than ever throughout the last 2 years. And usually this brings great opportunities. Of course, altcoins are bleeding. So the question is, hey, I'm in a loss. I'm buying the dip. I'm buying the dip and it keeps dipping, right? That's the classic saying. I buy the dip and it keeps dipping. I buy the dip and it keeps dipping till it ends the dip and it reverses at some point. We can go through that later on the stream, guys. It's really a patient game. However, we want to focus on Bitcoin. What the heck is Bitcoin doing? We are Bitcoin traders. We look for the opportunities here on Bitcoin. So we'll be analyzing Bitcoin first of all. Let's go through comment section. Say hello to the beautiful community. Okay. Going back to $102,000 is not a pump, says Jordan. He was saying here, I replied, hey, my bad. Sorry, that is right. It'd still be very, very rangy, but it is a pump of a few $1,000s for a day trader. That is a good, nice move. Werner, my man, much love to you. Nikolai, no financial advice. Jackie Wood, my mother's here giving support as always. Everest, hello. Oh, Bill, how are you doing? Werner, Everest, Lee James, Omar, Gary, let's go, legends. Destroy. Like and sub, says Calgary. Thank you very much. We just go through the different possibilities and analysis here for the price of Bitcoin. And we're going to take a look at some news later on. Very interesting news. Like is smashed. Watch and listen. Thank you very much, my brother. Much love to you. Bitcoin going to $94,000. End up to 107K. Absolutely epic. I do think so. There is a little bit of analysis on a scenario that I do lean on this potential, okay? I do lean on this possibility that Bitcoin going to, what's your name? about this guy over here saying Bitcoin going to $94,000 and end up at $107,000. There is actually an analysis that I'm going to share today that actually points out to this. First 94K and then heading up to $107,000. We need the like button. Dominance legend, says food galore. Yeah, absolutely, guys, smash up the like button. We need that like button, guys. I need a little bit of power. Okay, live streams have been a little bit low, sentiment has been a little bit boring, right, with the people. It's like, yeah, okay, all right, the analysis, this, that, the other, we don't know what's going on. It's very boring. We need that hype, guys. We need that like button to be destroyed so we can break out here already. Even though I am attempting shorts here at the highest level possible. Okay, already got stopped out in a short position today. Very small position, all right? This is just for the braves that can manage risk. And it has to do with one analysis. You might be thinking, you are absolutely crazy. Why would you attempt some local double tops here? Right, there is an explanation behind. If you can manage risk like a beast and you can protect your position instantly on local double tops, right, it doesn't matter paying a little bit of fees, all right? The problem is people that are fighting against the trend, like myself here, looking for a possibility of a scenario, then you can do it if you're managing risk. This has to do with something very similar that happened here. I do believe that Bitcoin could be ready. This has been the end of the correction, guys. Because of yesterday's live stream, we mentioned, hey, at some point I am looking for $102,000 to be hit. Based on this movement that looks very impulsive and this looks very corrective. This could have been the end of the correction yesterday. This right over here could have been the end of the correction. Main reason why is because we have a zigzag move right over here, a three-wave, classic, very corrective. We know that this is not impulsive, right? This movement to the downside is going to bottom out at some stage, and we are going to be heading up to $102,000. However, is the end of the correction here? Was the end of the correction here on yesterday's stream one of the possible long entries, right? Because, hey, we talk about levels to trade. We can short either at the naked point of control, a double bottom is an option, or coming down to the golden pocket, right? From this pivot low to the pivot high. We actually came down to this low. I'm not sure. I did not long this, guys. I did not long it. This was already late. I was in bed. I was asleep. So I didn't manage to long this level over here. However, would I have gotten into this long position? Because technically, we were just a few dollars, guys, not even a few hundred, a few dollars in hitting that low. I've been checking some other exchanges, and we basically missed this low right over here by, I don't know, let's zoom in so you can see it. On Bybit, that low that we had from before yesterday was $96,111. Yesterday, we came all the way down to $96,113. Just by $2 on Bybit, we missed out by hitting this low, not creating a swing failure pattern. So yeah, this sometimes happens. Imagine people that are shorting. This is your target zone, guys. This happens. It does happen, not much, but it happens, where you front run just by $1 or $2 the lows, and this is a classic target zone. Anybody that has been shorting either here, or wherever, they are going to target the lows with their take profits, okay? And this is a classic zone where you're going to miss out on most of the profits. I know a lot of traders that have been shorting the last few days were targeting the lows, and just because of $2-3, their take profit was not hit. It sometimes happens, guys. What can we say, right? And I've checked Coinbase and I checked a few other exchanges. We actually front-runned the lows from Tuesday. I have to say, I would have missed out in taking profits down here because I would have been targeting to wick down the low, okay? If you get this choppiness, maybe I would have taken some profits. But overall, you know, this is a classic zone where people that have been shorting potentially right throughout the last few days missed out on taking most of the profits here because we did not hit this low, right? That is your target zone. And on the other side, people that are looking for long positions want this low to be taken out so they can get into the double bottom swing failure pattern, right? So, I mean, very, very hard. You know, even though if I would have been awake, I was saying to the Legends trading community, I probably wouldn't have entered a long position here, okay? However, on the reverse side, I am attempting short positions here. And I'm very much aware that maybe the low could be in, all right? I think that the low could be in. And that has to do with the timing, okay? The timing of this movement is already over twice the length of this impulsive move. So it would be about time already for the price to really, you know, get some momentum to the upside. I mean, this is only me because I can manage risk and I can get into the local double tops just in case we front run this level, just like we did down here, right? And there is a reason. This is not because, you know, I feel like I want to gamble and I want to, okay, you know, let's try and short because I missed the long, right? See if we do front run. There is an explanation behind this, okay? Not because I randomly want to short here and just because I think another low could happen, which it could, because there is a technical reason for that to happen. Now, the bullish case scenario, which I highly lean on, okay? I highly lean on right now since yesterday, based on yesterday, okay? We could form a contracting move. We could actually form, you know, this is a long in zone, get down beneath the low and then get a significant bounce. The main reason why I am leaning that this could have been the low right there is because of the timing. When we take a look at Fibonacci time, and we still could have some time, so I'm going to give the bears a chance here. I'm going to give the bears a chance, but it's all of technical reasons. If we do take a look at the timing from this pump, we are already crossing, all right, the 2.618 Fibonacci. This is 2.618 times longer in time than this movement up. So it would be about time, right? Once you start crossing the 4-to-1, then it's like, yeah, this is ever too long, right, to be a correction, right? Usually it would be a 1-to-1 or a 2-to-1 and a 3-to-1 max, right? In that range of a correction to end, all right? And then start, you know, the next impulse. The moment you are 4 or 5 times longer than the impulse on the correction, you are looking at something else, right? You just need to believe, okay, maybe this is not this is not part of the correction and we are looking at something completely different. However, I would say there is still a little bit of more time till we do not cross the 4-to-1, which is tomorrow morning. You know, this could still get the dip. There is a chance for the bears here still, all right? And based on the timing, I mean, timing is just a little bit of guidance. There's no real proper invalidation with time. It's just a little bit of a guidance based on probabilities. When we do take a look at the corrective move since the highs here, we formed a 3-wave structure. And this is what we were talking about yesterday. Hey, can this be the end of an ABC move, right? We're just leaning here on the easy, basic Elliott wave scenarios. Hey, is this the end of an ABC and this is ready to pump? Well, yesterday we were very much aware that this could have been the end of a zigzag and then we're going to form another zigzag down, right? So far yesterday, the idea was looking at sweep of the local highs, naked point of control, one that we did have right over here, you know, have a 3-wave structure to the upside and move down in a 3-wave structure, which we did. However, we ever so slightly front run this low, guys. I'm not sure if anybody managed to long here. If I would have been awake, I would have not got into this long position. Very, very likely. I'm going to ask the people, did you long the $96,000 range on a poll here, guys? Because it's very interesting. I mean, this was one of the overall plans from yesterday, okay? Yesterday's stream. Let's ask the community on a poll. Maybe a bunch of people say yes, right? Did you long the 96K range on Bitcoin? Let me know, yes or no. Guys, on a poll right now. Yes, I did. We got a few yeses in the comment section. Yes, I longed. Congratulations, legend. This is without a doubt a long that I would have open. However, I would take some profits, guys, because there is a technical bearish scenario locally, just locally, to take out the lows below $96,000. All right. I would take a little bit of profits at this range, but I will still hold some of that position. Okay. I would still hold some position to maximize profits because the overall target is getting above $102,000. So if we do get, I'm not in the long. If you do get stopped out on, obviously at break evens, we want to be defensive, guys. There is a bearish case. I was going to explain it right away throughout the stream. But if you want to get stopped out, preferably at break even, guys, it's not worth holding a long, expecting just be defensive, right? If you longed at lower levels, right, $96,000 to $97,000, and I wouldn't have longed 97, just purely based on where to put stop loss. Stay defensive, but I would maintain some of that long position open, just because we could actually, be ready and start breaking out here to the upside to reach $102,000, right? That's the overall plan. That's the highest probability, despite taking out this low in the end at some point, right? Maybe between today and tomorrow morning at the latest, right? Which we're going to go through a few scenarios now that could happen, okay? So let's take a look at the poll, guys, because that was a plan from yesterday, right? One of the plans out of 3 plans. We create plans here on the stream, guys, all right? And one of those levels are going to be hit with high probability. If we talk technically, that low was not taken. So I have to say, the plan that I got ready for you guys on the stream, you would say it's, hey, dude, we did not hit the low. So, it didn't go according to your plan, which is correct, right? I have to say it is correct. We did not hit the low. We front runned it by $1 or $2, depending on which exchange you take a look. There might be some exchanges that I haven't checked, but on Coinbase, Bybit, we did not take out this low. Maybe on another exchange, we actually wicked down beneath this level. But on Bybit and Coinbase, we did not. So overall, let's go, guys, because man, if we front run this high over here, I'm going to be like, wow, Bitcoin, you just very, very rare to see a range high and a range low to be front run twice. Okay. This doesn't happen many times, very, very rare scenario that you front run a low and you front run the high of yesterday. And, this is classic. This is where lots of people have take profits. And even there is stop losses here or liquidations of event, right? There's a lot of liquidity here. So I would assume that the price would manage in the end to get up there because the liquidity is there, right? The liquidity is above $99,000. We can see it on the heat map. There's ever so slightly more liquidity above us, right? $1,000, $2,000 above us, then below us. So if you are a liquidity trader, you would assume that this is going to take out this low at some point, this high, sorry, based on liquidity on its own. And it is a liquidity game. At the end of the day, it's a liquidity game. The price goes and fetches that liquidity. There's no, and obviously you got the proper analysis, right? And different confluence levels, but it's a liquidity game, right? At the end of the day. And I have to say to you, based on my experience, right, based on many years of charting and looking at liquidity as well, I have seen liquidity, hundreds of millions of dollars of shorts or long liquidations being front run by $1. Okay? Being front run by $1 where you have the most amount of liquidity. So maybe this is whales liquidity that they are going to defend and they will manage to push the price down. I mean, it does happen as well, very rare, but it does happen where you just front run that liquidity. Hey, how come that we've got this amount of liquidity and we were just $100 to $200 right away from hitting it, and then the price rolls down to the lows. I have to say, it happens sometimes, right? It happens. So this is why, you know, if you're going to get into a front run, you need to get into local double bottoms here, right? If you're going to front run a level, and there is a technical reason here, guys, that the price, the bears have a chance here to roll down and take out the low. There is a chance. And there is an explanation reason, and this is the main reason why I'm attempting local double tops here to try and get in at the highest level. I did get stopped out once already, but if the price does come down to the lows, I'm making 10 times my stop loss. So just so you understand, and I'm going to give that brief explanation on, hey, why could the price come down? The most bullish case scenario is the low is in, and this would be a shallow double zigzag on a WXY, but if there is a zigzag regardless, it would be acceptable based on the timing. This could have been the end, right? Double zigzag in a WXY, where all of the waves are formed by 3 waves, which you can technically see. 3 wave here, a 3 wave right there taking the high, and a small little 3 wave here front running the low. Maybe this is the end. This is your first initial wave 1 with multiple, micro waves. You're going to form a high low, and then your 3, 4, and 5, right? And you take out the high. I have to say, it is without a doubt a possibility already. This could have been the low. There's a technical reason to believe that, yeah, this could have been the low, and we go to higher levels. But there is the bearish case, which, because I have missed the short position and I don't want to long up here, I'm really going to be, attempting, the shorts. I've been talking about the legends here. Maybe we hit the 0.88 and we reject. Maybe we front run this level. Maybe you can take out the high and then dip as well, because there's 2 bearish case scenarios that could play out. As long as you have a reason and a trading plan, you can attempt the position. As long as you have a technical reason, as long as you have a plan, and as long as you got very good risk management and you're not effing around, okay? I have 2 technical reasons why this could happen, why this, this could actually top out here. I don't care about the liquidity. The liquidity is there. If you trade based on liquidity, then, you need more. You need more reasons, but liquidity eventually is not in the advantage, the liquidity that is above $99,000. However, hey, stop talking around. Give me a technical explanation, right, on why is it possible that the price could actually take out the lows before bottoming out and then moving to the upside. Because this would be my overall plan. We need to analyze the waves very carefully. There's no instant long position here. There's levels of confluence and how I want to see the price action coming down there, which will be explained now in the next coming minutes. But first of all, Andy, please explain to me, why would there be a technical reason that the price could dip down beneath this low? The bullish case has been mentioned. You finished this as, this as a WXY. Very shallow Y right there, but it's formed the zigzag here, double zigzag. It is completely fine. But why would there be a technical reason to drop down beneath $96,000? And that has to do with this movement to the downside that we have had, right, that we mentioned the last few days. Clear, impulsive move with 5 waves. Crystal clear. This is why we were clear on the scenario here. We're very likely going to form a lower high at some stage in this zone, and we're going to take out the lows. This is like very, very, very clear that the probabilities lean on that. All of this is corrective, and that we're going to take out this low at $98,000, you know, possibly 97 or 96, right? Anybody that was not aware of that stream, that was streamed on Tuesday, and we were really leaning on the side that this is a dead cat bounce from this move, and we're going to take out the lows. So this is crystal clear. I got this wave that is extremely clear. Now, according to this wave, there's several different scenarios that could happen in this zone. We talked about a few of them yesterday. But now that we formed a higher low here, and that we could form a lower high here based on a few dollars, and it's, you know, it would be very, very rare, I have to say. It would be very, very rare, because technically here you have a lower high, and technically here, even though it's $1, you have a higher low. As long as you do not take out this low and this high, you could have a triangle, which doesn't look like a triangle, but it could be, you know, I have to give it a possibility, even though it's just by $1. It sounds stupid, guys, but it is the case. So when we do see this three-wave move, and we've been supporting this being a three-wave move right there, you have another three-wave move here, another three-wave move here. This is very complex. You have a triple zigzag. I don't know. It's very, lots of micro waves here. Very complex to really micro count this. We're not going to do that. But based on the previous waves, we have to go, what if this is another, based on a triple zigzag or a double zigzag, depending on how you micro count it. But we're not going to do that eventually, because it's just going to take 10 minutes at least to go through this, all these waves. Hey, is it possible that, this has been a running triangle, and a running triangle, basically your A wave right over here, right? You get this as your A wave. The B wave gets beneath the A wave on the running triangle, and you get C, D, and E right there. It's like if the bears want to defend that high, it needs to start rolling down from here. What can I say? So there is that chance. And as you do count these waves, this would be the end of the B wave. This would be the end of the B wave, right? Which is basically looking for the C wave, right? Hang on a second. Let's get this on the chart. You'll be looking at this movement to the downside right over here on a 5-wave move in an A wave. That's crystal clear. This being the B wave, and then you're going to form that C wave right over here, because your B wave is a running triangle, which is extremely rare to see, guys. This is like a pink diamond that you would find in your backyard, which is highly unlikely, right? So, if this does play out in the end, I'll be like, wow, it's just, it just happened, right? Which would be rare, front running both of the highs, because your invalidation is taking out the low and it is taking out the high. As long as you form a lower high, even though it's by $1, it still could be a triangle. So, yeah, I mean, this would be a rare, very difficult scenario to understand and try and map it. I mean, until you do not front run this level and you see the possibility of front running this level, I mean, you cannot build this up. If I would have been talking about this when we were trading here, and I start saying, guys, we might be forming a running triangle, right? You'll be thinking, you're out of your mind. How are you going to, map this scenario? And we haven't formed this move yet, and this one. So, yeah, I mean, now that we've got the waves, this is something that I was explaining in the Legends trading community, that there is a chance. The bears do have a chance here, because we front run this low and we could front run this high. And you're forming that running triangle right over here, and then you get in the C wave. Anyway, that is one of the scenarios that would be extremely rare. And we do have the potential that we've finished a WXY right there. The timing is really over a 2-to-1 from this impulse. So it would make sense as well for the price to start picking up here. However, I'm really not interested in long in a pullback. Okay, just being aware of the bearish case. Another possible scenario is that you have formed a zigzag here in an ABC, and that you have formed a flat structure, which is also valid. It would also be valid for this to be a flat, a running flat in this case, because you haven't taken out the high. And now you have a zigzag down or a triangle. I mean, this could still go on, guys, between today and tomorrow, and we're going to be ranging, but we are without a doubt at the last stages before we possibly pop out to the upside. In between today and tomorrow, we got the last 24 hours to continue this range before this reverses, right? And in between 24 hours and 48 hours, I would expect already the price action to start moving to the upside to attempt to hit these highs, right? At $102,000 plus. So if this were to be a flat in this scenario, you have a possible zigzag still to the downside, okay, forming a double zigzag. You have a triangle formation possibility, or another flat here, which would be like, you know, this would be crazy. Yeah, this, and I would really enjoy to see this scenario. If you form a higher low here and you come back up, there is still that naked point of control up there, which could form that swing failure pattern. If I'm awake and I'm in front of the chart and we get the rejection, I'm going to short on the rejection. If we get this kind of movement, because you'll get a double flat right there, forming a WXY, which would be, you know, it would be entertaining overall for the experienced trader. So yeah, that's basically it. The most bullish case scenario is the low has been in right over here, and what we're forming here is a first wave. We form the second wave and we move to the upside successfully with a breakout. Now let's just zoom in on the 3-minute time frame and zoom in and take a look at the Fibonacci levels and the, you know, areas that the bulls need to defend if this were to be a wave 1 and this is going to be a wave 2, and then bam, we blast off. Well, eventually we should be holding in between 50% and 7/8 Fibonacci. I would be extremely aware about this scenario, guys. You know, unless this is a multiple 1-2 1-2 and you got 3 4 5 4 5, which I'm not going to micro count. This could be a triple zigzag scenario or an impulse with multiple 1-2s. I just don't want to. Yeah, it's too much. But anyway, if the bulls really want to start kicking off here, most commonly you would retrace to the 50% to the 618. So, I mean, unless we are forming incredible local bullish CVD divergence, which we are on the higher time frames, this is why the higher time frame analysis is leaning on the bullish side regardless, okay? Regardless we take out $96,000 or not, the bullish CVD divergence that we are forming from this low is very nice. And the overall target is taking out $102,000. Lots of people been shorting here, right? Swing traders potentially, right? In this zone, this is why we're getting lower lows on the CVD. And from this pivot from Sunday, right, the nice little crash that we had to 91, 92, we are forming higher lows on price action and lower lows on the CVD. So there is a lot of interest of people shorting the last few days. There is a lot of shorts entering, which is giving you that liquidity pocket, of course, above $102,000. but we could still be rangy. We could still take out 96K. You know, it is still a possibility based on the analysis that I have provided now the last few minutes. And if you have enjoyed that little analysis, make sure to destroy the like button. And I think it's about time to go through the comment section. It's been over 30 minutes on that, you know, overview analysis. For the bullish case, guys, I'm really aware if we start waterfalling here quite aggressively, this would be an too shallow of a pullback. For me, there's no long here to be taken. There's just no proper strategy to get into a long right there where we are currently. So if we bounce from here, I have to say it is what it is. I missed the long. There's no real long here that I could take. You know, I'm just sharing, you know, how I would trade this. A missed trade or a no trade is better than a bad trade with no plan, right? So you need to be very, very strict with your way of trading. If you are profitable, don't start imagining different scenarios. If you can't manage risk and you don't have a proper trading plan, you're gonna end up losing, right? Yeah, I mean, if this were to be a bullish case scenario, it's going to be 7-8 to 50%, and it's just going to be very, very difficult. I am so aware of the bearish case scenario that I've explained, guys, either the flat or the running triangle here. Just very aware of that scenario. So a long position, you know, if we just continue dropping, you know, it's just not going to be a, you know, it's not going to be an option for me. Even though it does bounce at 50%, it's going to be extremely hard based on where to put stop loss. We would have to have incredible bullish CVD divergence to even consider this long position for the bulls, right? So by incredible bullish CVD divergence, the CVD needs to do a waterfall right now and form very aggressive lower lows. So we can be a little bit confident that, yeah, maybe the 618 is going to hold here. We get a little bit of a consolidation, local double bottoms. Maybe we could attempt it, but I don't think we're going to form aggressive bullish CVD divergence here, unfortunately. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't look like it. We're still very far away from this pivot on lower lows. No bullish CVD divergence locally looks like an option. Anyway, let's go through the comment section right away. 95, 96 level, says someone here, that we're going to go down there to 95, 96 thousand dollars. Yes, absolutely. I think so. There is a chance. Bears have a chance, and they just have a few hours, guys, to get down there because the timing is getting overextended. The timing is getting overextended. And if we are looking at this as an impulse, and this is the correction, the bears don't have long to push the price down one more time, because this is already 2.5 times longer in time than this movement right over here. And that's already getting off the charts, okay? The moment you start crossing 4 to 5 times longer, you know, we are looking at something else. We have to restructure the range and look at something else, zooming out, right, based on the price action that we formed in the last few weeks. But for the moment, we still stick to this. We still have the levels. So anyway, let's talk about the let's talk about the trading setups, okay? Let's talk about the setups most importantly, right? This was an overview of what could happen. For long trades right now, very difficult to long this small little pullback, I have to say. Would I consider the point of control of the range? Not really much of a level the last few days, as you can see. So more locally, we need to go with today's levels, which is previous day point of control, previous day value area low. We are back inside the previous day value area low. So for me, that is a little sign of weakness. If we get back inside yesterday's range, that for me is ever so slightly red flag. Previous day point of control, Got a little bit of a reaction today as resistance. But this is the thing. When you get back inside the previous day value levels, right, based on today's open, which, boom, you get back inside previous day value levels, you have a high chance to get to the previous day value area high, which it did. However, this choppiness was not too convincing. It needs to break out with power. If you start chopping here, I'm going to attempt double tops based on the analysis that I provided, right, the first 30 minutes. So the fact that we're back inside a previous day value range, would I long here the previous day point of control as a back test? You know, for me, it's too shallow. It's a stop loss problem here. There's a stop loss problem. If I long here, where am I putting my stop loss? Is this gonna be an invalidation? You know, if this were to be a wave 1 and a wave 2 is on the formation, wave 2s need to get to lower levels, 50%, 618. Yeah, there's just no long for me here. Based on risk management, right? I do see the price going to lower levels. And if it bounces from here and goes to the highs, I have to say, well, so be it, right? This was not part of my plan and I couldn't form a strategy for a long here. Okay, so if we do, I'm going to give you the overall plan, guys, the levels that are there for trading. And I have to say, inside of the lows and the highs here, I don't have a long position. I do not have a long position unless the price really moves in a three-wave structure and we form incredible bullish CVD divergence here. But incredible, I mean like extreme lower lows on the CVD where the shorts are just going bananas here, where you get those massive lower lows on the CVD as you're forming higher lows right there. I would only consider the golden pocket 50% if we are bottoming out and ranging for a possible long. It's the only way I could do that, get into a long position here. Unless you get huge shorts entering the market, forming massive bullish CVD divergence, and you come down to the 50% 618 Fibonacci and you start forming choppiness, local double bottoms, I will only think about a long if we get this. I cannot long this shallow pullback, also based on the bearish case. There's just no, you're asking to get stopped out. There is a bearish scenario. If you move up from here, then so be it. I just don't have the long trade with good risk management anywhere in this zone. So if the price, okay, that's a long perspective. I can't get into a long position here, guys. Just need to be transparent on that. There's just no longs here. Even though if the price does bounce from here and takes out $99,000, I can't get into a long here unless we form that three-wave structure with massive bullish CVD divergence and we start ranging here and dancing around with a double bottom. Then we can consider that the 618 or the 78 Fibonacci could actually hold, and then we get the reversal and we form that third wave, right? You know, for any trend line lovers, then we could say, hey, we may be going to back test the trend line. Maybe it's a back test of a trend line. I mean, if we do get bullish CVD divergence on this move down to the 618, 78 Fibonacci in a three-wave structure, very slow for the next coming hours, then I would say, okay, you know, maybe a local double bottom is going to be an attempt. And then we get the 3, 4, 5, right? And we take out the high. But now, for me, it's not possible. If the price does move up here and gets a little bounce, I'm still looking at the naked point of control. It's still a level, guys. It's still an option. Naked point of control above yesterday's highs. This would still be in the possibility of a local flat here. If we do get the rejection, it's a possible attempt. Remember, you are targeting the lows here, so the risk to reward is massive. You don't need to go crazy here and risk, you know, 50% of your account. You can risk 1%, and you might gain, 6 to 7%. This is a very good risk to reward if it does play out. A flat here and then a zigzag or a triangle, right? Or another flat, right? It really depends. We really need to check the structure here that forms if you do get that flat here internally. If the price rolls down, what we want to see is a possible double zigzag, right? Zigzag, zigzag, and a zigzag right there. And I have to say the most aggressive long position would be the golden pocket. So you're finally taking out that front run low by $1. Golden pocket could be the aggressive long trade where you do this, boom, you hit the golden pocket and you get a reaction and then you get the bounce. Entry zone on the bounce, stop loss beneath the low. Preferably you do hit the 0.0618 extension from this high to this low to the high created, wherever that is. And 0.618 would be that minimum target preferably, which would be round about the golden pocket, as you can see, right? And that would be from a double zigzag. 0.618 golden pocket from the low to the high. This would be a very interesting zone, $95,000 range. 95.1, 95.2. This would be the reaction zone to then finally stop effing around with this area and just get the bottom formation already and get the bounce, right? So this is the interesting long position, same level as yesterday, which would be kind of in confluence with that double zigzag scenario, okay? Let's go right away through the comment section now. Yes, guys, the levels have been provided. Thank you very much. Smash up the like button. Those would be the levels. That would be the analysis. It's time for comment section. Let's go. Let's go. Message deleted by no financial advice. What's happening here, guys, with the message deletion? Deletion? Not even a word. Did you long 96,000 range on Bitcoin? I have to say no, because I didn't. 38% of people said yes. Make sure to collect a bit of profits, guys, but leave some open, because we might be heading to $102,000 already. There is a reason to believe that that low is in. Remember, if you are interested in trading, Weeks for me is very beautiful exchange indeed, guys. You got the best bonus available, guys, with the link down below in the description. You get $20,000 deposit bonus. The more you deposit and trade, you get airdrops to your account, to your futures account, so you can increase your capital. Apart from that, you get 50% fee reduction, all right? 50% fee reduction just with my link in the description, guys. It's the second link. Make sure to sign up right away and start trading here with me on Weeks. Let's go right away. It's time for comment section. Now, yes, guys. Okay, shall we take a look at some altcoins? The levels and the different scenarios have been given. There is a chance that this could be the low. Whoever longed there, absolutely incredible. I'm not sure if I would have managed to long this level without taking the low by $1. But this could be the moment, right, that we do end up that next wave to the upside, which is very much expected. There is a reason that this could still be, okay, not the low, based on a double zigzag or a triangle formation. I mean, this could still be a flat. And you're forming a triangle, or you're forming a flat again here, and then you move up, or you get that double zigzag down, which would be ideal, right? To actually sweep up the lows and then, look for the long positions at the levels of interest. Let's go right away. It is time through the comment section, okay? Make sure to drop off your favorite altcoins, because it's time, guys. It's time. Okay, I'm going to drop off here the week's bonus in the pinned comment. Congratulations to all of those people that managed to long Bitcoin at $96,000 range. Remember to collect profits. There is a possible bearish case scenario that could take out $96,000, okay? Just take profits, okay? hold some of the position, because if we do break out successfully from these highs and the naked point of control, yeah, we are looking very, very likely that we're going to be hitting $102,000, right? Especially if we hit this high over here. You want to hold on to that long, and this is your area to take profit. Okay? But yeah, the bearish scenario is there. Bounce at the VWAP. Ooh. It could get a bounce. It could get a bounce out of VWAP at the VWAP. But I have to say, it's going to be, this just, my goodness, if you are an aggressive trader, because VWAP is always a problem. We know that, right? VWAP can always be a problem. VWAP can be a problem. It can hold on as support. It can have an attempt in breaking out and it holds. Any aggressive long traders, the only option that you have to manage risk is once you cross the VWAP and get back above, you could enter and get a stop loss down here. If the bullish case were to play out, it's just a very shallow pullback from this movement up, guys. You know, where are you retracing to? You know, you're not even hitting the 382 Fibonacci, which is, I think it's around about 72% of the times, over 72% of the times, at least on a pump or on a dump. And I think it's even more than that. I need to take a look at the statistics. At least you're going to hit the 382 from a pump. And I would say that this maybe is the end of the pump, right? It's a very straight move. And this is already part of the correction. Not hitting at least the 382, you have a very low probability chance that you're going to bounce, right? Not even hitting the 382, which is the most common, at least, retracement, right? And then we're looking at 50% in golden pocket, right? But most of the times you do at least hit the 382. Not always, of course. It's all about probabilities. So long in here is you know, it's just shallow. It's just a very shallow pullback. It's not impossible, of course, but it's based on risk management, right? Stop loss, you know, the only good aggressive long scalp would be hitting the VWAP, boom, getting above, stop loss beneath the low. It's still a shallow pullback from this run up that we've had today. It's still very shallow. You know, at least want to hit 382 and preferably 50%. Then start thinking on, you know, especially if you form a zigzag like this. Then you're like, okay, we're hitting 50%. We're forming bullish CVDs. Could this zone be a wave 2? Then yes. It's too aggressive, I have to say. You know, I personally could not get into a long position here because it's just too shallow of a pullback. Anyway, let's go through comment section now. Yes, it is about time. You know, it's about time to read. I mean, I am reading comment section. I'm just answering those questions, right? A little bit of a Q&A session. I'm here for you guys and you are here for me. And because you are here for me, you need to smash up the like button just because I'm here for you, okay? Come on, legends. Let's get to 300 likes. 300 likes and it's comment section time. I hope you did enjoy the technical analysis on Bitcoin, okay? It's a beautiful move, guys. There's several scenarios. Each scenario is going to get invalidated every time and you're just going to keep up the bullish one. Whoever longed here, congratulations. You have a chance of this being the low and that we could be heading to $102,000, right? Let's keep it clear. Very hard long position based on we did not hit the lows of Tuesday. We front runned it. Let's get the 300 likes, guys, because, hey, come on, this stream is for you guys. We keep it educational. I mean, if you don't enjoy this and you don't smash up the like button and we're giving you the different scenarios, the good risk management, come on, legends, I don't know what to do. I am thinking, I have to say, I am thinking of changing my content creation where I'm going to go, guys, today for the Bitcoin price, let's go. Do you want that kind of style of content? We can do that. We can do that. I can train for it. And, you know, maybe we get some more love. Maybe that Maybe that is a good option. Probably not. No. Right, we got to. Right. Shall we change the content style, or shall we keep it professional and look at the risk management and look for the trading setups? Or shall we just go pretty crazy, right? And really hyped up, like I've just thrown a pill down my neck, right? One of those party pills, and go absolutely bananas. Slow and steady for the win. Okay. All right. Okay. No thanks, Andy, says Lee James. Okay. Look at the liquidity above 99K. Yeah, that is very true. This is something that we talked about at the beginning of the stream, right? That we do have the liquidity. So there is a chance, okay? There is a chance that the low is in already for Bitcoin here at $96,000. This was late last night. Not an easy long, I have to say, right? We keep it transparent here, guys. You know, not an easy long for me to jump in without claiming out the low. But it is true. We are really pretty overextended already based on the timing from this move, which makes you want to believe that this possibly has already finished as a WXY. There is a possibility. It is extremely long already, okay? Not overextending the 4 times longer, right, than this move, which is still, there's still a small chance for the bears to get one more push down, but it does look like that this could have been the end, and we could be heading up to $102,000. This is why all of those long traders that got in throughout yesterday, right, on the pullback at some point, I don't know where, but overall managed to long the $96,000, $97,000 range. Congratulations. You can scratch some profits, be defensive, hold on to some of that long position. You can hold on. You know, if I would have been in a long position from here, I would definitely hold on, realizing that we could already be heading up to $102,000, okay? Based on the timing, based on the correction that's happened, there is a valid corrective count, and there is a possibility that we head up there, guys, okay? So whoever's in the longs, you can hold on throughout today and tomorrow, because we might get that push to $102,000. Let's go. Andy, good news for BTC regarding US unemployment numbers. It's going to be interesting. We're getting a little pump right now on Bitcoin. It is pumping at the VWAP. It is just holding that VWAP, right? Front run the VWAP. I've had it, guys, with front runs today. I've really had it with front runs. We front run the low. We were front running the high. We front run the VWAP. We front run the naked point of control. It's like, my goodness, guys, let's get into front runs, right? We're going to have to create a new strategy. Guys, this level is awesome. Well, let's short it beneath just $100 or $200, but before we hit the level, and just put the stop loss above the level, right? With very high probability that we're going to front run it, because Bitcoin's a front runner. It just likes to front run the lows, the important levels, right? Front run the lows, front run the naked point of control, front run the VWAP. Screw you, Bitcoin. Do we want to be a front runner? Well, front running is really, you know, not being patient, right? You're not being patient, and I'm going to get into the position before the confluence level is hit. So anyway, front running bots, very true, very true. Front running bots as well, Lee. I like that. I like that. Shout out to you, my man. Front running bots. We know that there's algorithmic trading there, and there's going to be bots defending the level. Bots defend level. It's a game of bots fighting, right? Because this is a liquidation event zone. This is a liquidation event zone. Bots are programmed to long the VWAP, to short the VWAP, to short here, to take profit here. And there's a massive fight of bullish bots and bearish bots. Algorithmic trading, without a doubt. So Bank of England cut rates by 0.25. Andy, okay, Bank of England, we did have some interest rate cuts interest rate decision. They have 0.25. It was pretty high, so they are lowering the interest rate. Tomorrow is going to be a big day regarding news, legends, okay? Because we do have unemployment rate. I need to go live here because, people are going to be like, what's the heck? We're going to get some volatility. Let's see if we do get some levels based on the news. Because, oh my goodness, guys, this was such an epic position that we got in just last week. I can't remember exactly where. Where was it? Yeah, it was, where was it? Where was the, one of the news events right over here? Yeah, there it is. I remember. And this was a complex WXY structure where we had the contracting move right there in a 5-wave. We got a zigzag here, another zigzag here, very complex. This is more like a double zigzag, a lot of micro waves. And then we had a flat move right there, right? And I managed to long this and made some pretty interesting profits with this long. And this was throughout the news. We got the dump and pump on the news, dump and pump. I'm not sure what news was this on the 29th of January, but the trading plan based on technical analysis was there even though we had the news. And I'm not a huge fan of trading when the news event happens because that volatility can be very, very spicy and it can just wick you out. But I traded the double bottom here based on the flat because what we had here was a WXY, which was mentioned on the previous stream, right? Which was here. A zigzag move down in W, zigzag here on X, and a flat in Y. And yeah, managed to get into that long. So tomorrow is going to be interesting depending on what happens today. We're probably already going to be trading above $102,000 from tomorrow if this was the low. Right, we're probably going to be heading all the way up here. We'll be analyzing the waves and the different scenarios. So anyway, let's go through comment section right away and see what's going on. Good news for BTC regarding unemployment rate. I mean, unemployment rate is tomorrow. And yeah, let's see if it is lower, right? Let's see forecast is 4.1%. It's going to be the same, basically. If it does increase, then we probably might see a few shakeouts. We'll see. We'll be doing a live stream here throughout the news event. I'm sure many people are going to do lives. Not sure. 𝗬 broke the lowest point. Let's take a look at 𝗬 because I do have a small bag of 𝗬, guys. I do have a small bag of 𝗬 and I haven't even looked at it. But the average, wow, this is incredible. Yeah, this is incredible, guys. It is the... we're going to have to hold on, guys, till the next cycle, whenever that's going to happen. Maybe the next coming months. I mean, everything points out that, yeah, we should be having some kind of bullishness in the coming months, despite the bloodbath. But I got an average price entry between $4 and $5 here on Celestia. I did deleverage based on the token unlocks that they have. But yeah, it's at the lowest point, right? It's almost coming to the launch entry. I mean, if this was the launch. Very, very bad. This needs to bottom out. This needs to find a bottom range formation to then say, okay, guys, we might be bottoming out, just like we mentioned here in this zone. I like this bottom formation. We got the break, but big fake out, guys. Altcoins getting wrecked. Jobless claims was today. Did that come out good or bad? What time is the news? Anyone? Tomorrow's news, okay? Tomorrow's important news, US, non-farm payrolls, unemployment rate is at 5:30 UAE time. That is +4 UTC. I'm not sure where you're from, but if it's Central European time, then it's 3 hours before. Umbrella, UBT, yeah, Umbrella and UBT are at rock bottom levels, guys. You know, I'm eventually I'm not selling the bag. I'm just holding on here. But this is like, this is at the lowest price, at the lowest price that it's ever been, which is below the bottom formations of the bear market. So, hey, if you are talking cheap and you want to get into the potential bottom, this for me is at, you know, great bottom levels, guys. You know, what can I say? I'm slightly in a loss on Umbrella at the moment, unrealized loss, basically the bag that I haven't touched for, you know, many months. We're not going to touch them now. If you don't take profit on the pump, you ain't going to settle down here, right? That has to be a rule. You just wait for the next cycle pump. Okay, just remain patient. It's going to pump or do something at some stage. Remain patient, guys. We hold on the unrealized losses. Anybody that is bought at higher levels, just wait. Just wait. I know it's not the best feeling. People are disappointed. They are angry. They told me that there was going to be an altcoin season. I was going to make massive gains. Not yet, guys. It's really just a game of being patient in the case of the altcoins. A cash coin. A cash coin, that is... a cash is without an H, my man, I think. This one, right? 𝗕𝗫𝗃. I'm not sure if 𝗕𝗃 exists, but just in case, we'll put it here. I think you do mean a cash, which is with no H at the beginning. This is also an awesome project. And this is like lots of good projects, guys. They're just downhill. They're just downhill. And that has to do with the Bitcoin dominance as well, just moving up. But I think this would be the last stages of the pump on the Bitcoin dominance. But a cash network, which ticker symbol AKT, based on the charts, let's get a chart here where we can see it's still relatively okay because, yeah, we're very far away still from the lows of the bear market. Creating a little bit of a swing failure pattern, getting a touch here of the order block, right? We've got a beautiful order block right there, which is kind of holding, and you're sweeping up some local lows that we had here from August, right? Not local, but from last year. This is the daily time frame. Yeah, a little bit of a swing failure pattern. The question is this the low? I mean, this could be the low of this crypto. It could be the low. You got a solid order block, resistance flipping to support. You got that low, which has already been swept. This could be very, very close in finding a bottom. Of course, a little bit of range here would be ideal, a bit of a wedgie structure, right? Because we love wedgie structures. We love from a pump and dump to form a little bit of sideways momentum because we know what could be happening next, okay? So I don't expect a V-shaped recovery here. If we just remain a little bit patient, we could be forming a fat range here for the next coming weeks. And we could really say, guys, we could be bottoming out here. Get ready to scoop up some altcoins and get ready. 𝗕𝗃𝗃. Okay. 𝗕𝗃 diamond or 𝗕𝗃. This one right over here. Okay. I thought you meant this one, which is a more popular solid crypto project. I'm not sure about 𝗕𝗃. I've never heard about this one. My bad. I thought you got confused putting the H at the beginning. Yeah, I don't know about this. This is 1 million market cap. Infinite supply. I'm not sure how, about the tokenomics and the roadmap, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I might take a look at this one later on. Why not? Just to investigate what the heck is this. We can take a look at this one on the charts just very quickly, but it's getting It's bleeding to death. It is bleeding to death, I have to say. Poof. You know, these volatile low cap cryptos, this is what you get. There's nothing much to say about this one. Beautiful, massive sell-off. Kind of rug pull situation after the launch. But then, you know, you might be bottoming out here. If it is a good project, you know, it is at the lows here from last year. It could bottom out at this stage. You might get some pump and dumps. Meanwhile, there's really not much to say about this. You know, make sure to do your research on these projects. Injective protocol, let's go. Scam, says Jeff Belbin. Maybe, I don't know, guys. There's so many rug pulls out there. Make sure to do your research. You know, I would not. It's had a massive sell here throughout the last, you know, year. Will it be bottoming out? I don't know. It's only $1 million market cap, so worst case scenario, you're going to be down another 20-30% and hold on tight, right? Let's take a look at Injective Protocol, an awesome project that had one of the most epic bull runs, because it has had a bull run already, guys. When you do take a look at this one on the weekly, my goodness, this has had a bull run already. This one went from just $1 to $2 back in 2022, and it did over a 30x already just in 2023 and part of 2024. This did a 20x. This had a bull run already. So, I mean, when I take a look at these cryptos that have front run the bull run, it makes me very skeptical of the situation, guys. Just like Casper, right? When I see Casper Network, I'm like, holy moly, we've already had a bull run on altcoins, right? It's only been a bunch of them. I don't like seeing these cryptos that have gone through the roof, because maybe we've only had a bull run on altcoins throughout last year on only a bunch of cryptos, right? Such as the niches as well. AI agents, some good projects that have done a 20x, such as Injective Protocol in 2023. You know, hey, maybe the bull run has happened in front of our eyes, which is a very classic, right? As they say, 80-90% of the people will lose money. They will miss out. Maybe the bull run has happened on altcoins. We haven't even, you know what I mean, right? Anyway, this has tested the lows from August of 2024. So, you know, that the chance here, the chance is there. We like testing highs and lows of a range, because if you test highs of a range, you have the possibility that the top could be in or the low could be in here. And as I said, I would prefer to form a little bit of a range to confirm that we are bottoming out here. I don't expect a V-shaped recovery, guys, in the next coming days. So the best scenario, the best thing that you could do, which helped me buy very low levels on cryptos, even though I'm in the negative on many of them, is like Constellation.app or Kadena, which is slightly in a loss at the moment, but I know most of the influential people out there in crypto will just say, this is an awesome project, buy up now, it's going to be late, buy up right now because it's an awesome project. But they don't properly take a look at the chart, and you will hold on massive unrealized losses. This is why throughout October and November, we were like, guys, this is at rock bottom levels. It's consolidating. The selling pressure is exhausted. This is where we want to buy. You do not want to buy any of this pump, regardless of any good news or BlackRock, you know, buying millions of dollars worth of that crypto or whatever. If it's pumped already significantly on the chart, you need to be aware that you could be the correction. You could be the correction despite any news from massive influential people in crypto that are saying we are going to go much higher, and you buying at the wrong moment, and you are going to be the correction, and then you'll be mad and you'll be asking questions. So the best thing is to remain patient on accumulating altcoins, because I bought a bag of Constellation.app. It did a 4x, and I managed, thank God, at least a couple of them did hit the March high, so I can get the bug out, right? And many of them are back down at the lows. And I'm like, holy crap, we got such a great entry making, you know, a 3-4x, you know, movement to the upside. And some of them I didn't manage to take, you know, my initial investment out with some profits. I don't know how many different cryptos, if you've been following some different people based on gaming or based on metaverse or based on, you know, AI. AI was back in 2024. You know, if you would have been buying AI cryptos throughout the last few months, you're basically down big time. So on these different cryptos, we need to remain patient and find a little bit of a bottom formation at the moment. But I would say DCA very gently. Don't go all in. DCA very gently, guys, on these different cryptos. 3-4x is garbage in crypto. Yeah, but I can tell you what, guys. 3-4x is garbage in crypto. I can tell you what. Most of the people are in a loss. Most of the people are in a 50, 60, 70% loss on average on their portfolio. Okay, so hey, it's better 3x than a minus 70% loss, right? So depending on how you want to see it, yeah. 3-4x is garbage in crypto. It is, my man, but let's take a look at Jupiter, US dollar tether. I sold ADA 5 times this cycle, each at 2x. I mean, that's a good strategy. That's awesome, Mo. And, you know, me also, because, I mean, if you're putting $1,000 or $2,000, then a 2-3x is garbage, right? You'll be like, yeah, I'm not going to sell at $5,000-6,000. If you start putting 20K, 30K, 50K, and you make a 2-3x, then, you know, you're happy, right? Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with a, you know, 50K profit or 100K profit on a spot bag just for a quick flip. It all depends on the money, right? Down minus $66,000, holding strong, says 𝗕𝗶𝗴𝗫. There we got an example right over there, right? This is why on a few cryptos, we talked about this, guys. I'm looking for a 3-4x because you do not know if you're going to have a successful breakout from this high. And if we swing failure pattern, I'm getting the heck out. Regardless, I'm taking 50% of what I bought down here. Because what if the price comes down like this? Are you going to be like, a 3x is too slow, I'm going to hold on? You need to scale out. You need to try and scale out, because this is what's happened to a lot of the cryptos. We're back down beneath the bear market lows. Many cryptos, except for some meme coins and some AI agent, right? Depending on what niche you got into. I don't own any crypto. I'm waiting for the next bear market, says Lauren. Good strategy. 𝗖𝗵𝗵𝗫, please, Andy, been a while since last time you covered in 2022. Wow. I was going to say, I did hold 𝗖𝗵𝗵𝗫 back in the day, a long time ago, right? Someone saying 2022. I would even say longer than that. Whew. Oh, it had an awesome pump and dump in November. It had an awesome pump and dump. This did a 6x in between October and November. Wow. But it just ended up in a pump and dump, unfortunately. I really haven't covered. I don't hold any of this. But 𝗖𝗵𝗵𝗫 used to be a pretty cool project because 𝗬𝗫 blockchain did run on the browser. And it meant to be money. It meant to be money. But yeah, I'm not sure about this. I'll have a look at this, taking a look at the roadmap. Anyway, the chart looks like it's back down at bottom levels. I am not aware of what's happening with 𝗖𝗵𝗵𝗫 throughout the last few years. Really stayed off, not holding. So it's coming back down to the lows of the bear market. So there is a chance that this finds a bottom here in the next coming weeks. And then it might get another pump and dump, or it might pump and successfully move to higher levels. I think it's just a matter of the timing, guys. We need to remain patient. But this one, it's supposed to be money back in the day. Fast money, secure money, online. How many likes can we get, guys? We can get above 400 likes. Come on, let's go. We're just flip-flopping into different cryptos right now. Bitcoin is the low in for Bitcoin. There is a chance. Let's see how we try and break out this high over here. Because if it breaks out, we could have a classic double bottom. And we're going to smash out here. And the low is in right there based on the double zigzag correction. It is possible. We're running out of time here for the bears. And this could start pumping in between today and tomorrow. Let's see how it reacts at this zone. If it does manage to get there. And we can analyze that situation. I'll set some alerts here as I'm going through the comment section. Just in case we get the pump, because I would be interested in a local double top. I would be interested. Alert is there. Naked point of control, not hit. We could be looking at some different scenarios. Let's go. Will Ethereum go up? Will Ethereum go up? Eventually, it will have to go up at some stage, right? Because I am not sure. I am not sure, guys. Eventually, Ethereum will pick up, right? We do have Eric Trump saying, feels like a great time to enter Bitcoin, but also I saw another tweet from him saying it feels like a great time to buy Ethereum as well. There is a tweet of Eric Trump on Bitcoin, but also on Ethereum. So, yeah, I mean, he's bullish on Ethereum and Bitcoin. We know that. And he did tweet, you know, it's a good time to buy Ethereum as well, or a great time to get into Ethereum. When we get these big, you know, these big, important, influential people, there's two sides of the face, right? It's either extremely bullish for the next coming months, or it's a topping signal, right? So, I mean, depending on how you like to see these big influential people, news events, I've seen big news events come out, right? And it's a sell the news, sell the hype, right? Kind of thing. But it seems like that Ethereum does have, without a doubt, still some steam here to go to higher levels. Put that tweet out hour after they bought. Very true. Very true. Sell, says Scottish. He's shorting, says Lauren. Yeah, this is the thing, right? So many different people take this extremely bullish, which eventually for Bitcoin is long-term bullish. The mass adoption on Bitcoin is absolutely crazy. And we need to take this as long-term bullish, without a doubt. President Trump, 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗫, David Sachs says they are evaluating a Bitcoin reserve. This happened like the last few days, right? We also have Ohio, right? Different states in the US, New Mexico Bitcoin reserve bill. This is like serious stuff, right? That's happening on mass adoption. Many states to enter the Bitcoin reserve. This is extremely bullish long term. There's no doubt about it. But what about short term, right? What about short mid-term? It makes you think, right? It's like, you know, we've already gone from $20,000 last 2 years to above 100,000, right? Making a 5x. If there's big investors in, which they are, for a big, you know, fund manager, right, or a big institution, making a 2-3x in two years is a lot. They're not used to making this huge amount of gains. They usually make 10-20% on average, right? They get into very solid investments, S&P 500 ETFs, right? There's that. If they're happy with a 10% return after the end of the year, they're like, wow, okay, that's good. But if they do make a 2-3x, it makes you think that, you know, any of these whales could dump at any moment because they're in big profits, unless they're in the game for a long term, right? Anyway, many ways on how to think this, right? Andy, can you take a look at Onyx Coin? Says Bulldog. Absolutely, my man. Let's take a look at Onyx Coin. That did add it did have an incredible run up. Onyx Coin. XCN. And this is a crypto that's been here for quite some time. Got an incredible run up here. Incredible run up. Man, just imagine seeing this down here. This is like a wrecked crypto, right? This crypto got wrecked. Imagine buying the, you know, where it's like this crypto's dead, right? There are going to be many cryptos that suddenly, you know, get a huge blast off out of nowhere. But yeah, what can we say about this one regarding the technical analysis? We did have, yeah, I'm not sure if this Elliott wave scenario yeah, this is the thing here. You do have some, oh my goodness, and this is crazy because you did have an incredible first run up here throughout January, right? Also correction right there throughout the second, third week of January. Then the third wave, fourth and fifth right there. A big zigzag. I mean, the best option here, without a doubt, you know, I have to say, the best option on Onyx Coin. You've had a zigzag move right there, claimed the lows, and got a beautiful first bounce here. Maybe this could have been the low for Onyx. The question is right now, could this get a large pullback? I mean, this is really getting into a very strong wedgie kind of structure, right? So this could be a kind of a bull flag, and it's ready to pop. But I'm a little bit skeptical on this. And the main reason why is if this has been a finished large zigzag ABC, which it very much looks like it, just a nice, beautiful, long correction that's happened throughout the last week. And now you got your initial pump to the upside. This would be a very shallow pullback, right? From the pivot low to the pivot high. You haven't even retraced down to the 382. It is getting incredibly wedgy. So could it be a shallow pullback because it's so bullish that the pullback is just going to be sideways and it gets a breakout? You know, it is shallow. These altcoins are very hard. Ideally, you do get a pullback at least to the 382, preferably, you know, 50% or 618. You know, it ends up in a breakdown. You sweep up the low, and I would be interested in this low at the 618 Fibonacci, right? If you end up breaking down here, I would be more interested in buying at this zone. But it could be so bullish that this is just forming a shallow wedge and it's ready to break out. I mean, you do have the zigzag correction. Overall, it looks pretty good, but it would be aggressive to buy up here. I mean, if you want to long the breakout, you know the deal. You break out, be careful with fake outs on altcoins. But overall, what you're looking at here on classic technical analysis terms, stop loss here at the low on the breakout, and you're looking for basically a pretty significant leg down, right? At least a 1-to-1, which would be the pole, right? As classic technical analysis terms. It could be this. It could be the case. It could be the case. Or the second option would be coming down here to the golden pocket, sweeping up that higher low would be ideal. And that would be another option where I would be looking for the price to bottom out. I prefer this level eventually. So yeah, that would be a nice scenario. I mean, this is not the way how we trade here. But, you know, based on this altcoin, it does look quite bullish. If you want to trade Onyx coin, you want to trade Bitcoin, Weeks, guys, is the place to go because you just need an email and a password to join this exchange. You got the biggest bonus available. You got the biggest discount on your fees, which is 50%. It's the second link, guys, in the description. You have it also in the pinned comment. Check it out. If you can trade on Bybit, Bybit for me has been number one. I've been loving Bybit here throughout the last 7 years already, trading on Bybit. No issue at all with Bybit, okay? But also no issue on Weeks, okay? Weeks is just a great alternative just for those people that want to sign up with an email and a password, guys. Check out Weeks, one of my favorite exchange currently, because you just need an email and password, guys, no more information, which is what a lot of people want on these different exchanges. So Bitcoin, let's go and dive into Bitcoin right now. It's just really choppy, not much. Man, if we come down and front run this high, it's going to be, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. We front run this low. Could we front run this high? I think we're going to end up breaking out in the end. I think we're going to attempt to get a breakout above 99.2K. Just because we have the liquidity, just because the timing of this correction is just about time. It does look like that, we could have that attempt in the next coming hours. It just feels right. It feels right based on the timing. Okay. Lots of liquidity here. Lots of liquidity as we do here, see here on the heat map. But the bearish case scenario is still valid. It is still valid. 𝗬𝗨 network, my goodness, still holding that 𝗬𝗨 network. Still holding my 𝗬𝗨s. Still holding my 𝗬𝗨s from the average entry zone at 10-11 cents. Yeah, this is still very aggressive pullback. My goodness, it's a pump and dump. There's no other words. It's a pump and dump. But I managed to make some pretty nice profits. If you did follow up the strategy, you also made profits on 𝗬𝗨 network. I did get some people thanking me on a stream once we were breaking out, right? Making some pretty nice profits. Hope you did take profits because the strategy was to get, at least for me, 50% out here. I'm out once we get above 40 cents. And this was over a 4x. 4x incredible. I actually did make quite a bit of money here because I went pretty aggressive. I was just looking for a flip here. But holding a moon bag now, and it's slightly in the profits, like 50% up, because the average price of entry is 10-11 cents basically. So just holding on this. And what analysis can we give on this? It's been a massive pump and dump like it has done here. There's no analysis here to be made. Get a bottom formation and it's another reaccumulation to take another shot. It's an awesome project. It's in all sorts. Oracle, layer 2, AI. It covers many things. Great roadmap. We just need to wait. I think it's a good DCA in zone, but I would remain a little bit patient. This might be very, very boring. There's going to be time to accumulate here and just continue another bottom till it actually recovers. There's no more to it, guys. It is a good project. I do still have a significant bag. I did take profits at the highs here, 50%. It's a good project. We're just going to have to be remaining a little bit patient on these ones, guys, till altcoin season comes, which eventually will come at some point. We've had many altcoin seasons throughout the last few years. So why not have another one at some point? It's going to happen. Laggy on Weeks. I think it's pretty good. I think Weeks, I have no issue. Not laggy. Massive liquidity. No wicks as well. Weeks is great. Can you check CRV? Let's take a look at CRV right away. Why not? Let's take a look at CRV. CRV. Shout out to Aditya in the Legends trading community talking about an accumulation zone on CRV at the 30-cent level. At the 30-cent level, and it's only up about 50 to 60%, right, from the accumulation zone. About a 2x depending on where you entered. But yeah, this did break market structure. The descending wedge, multi-year descending wedge, 2023, 2024. It got the breakout and it pumped back. It dumped back down to the base of the last few years. This is a big solid base. This could be an opportunity zone for the next coming weeks, guys. 50 cents, 40 cents, DCA. Be ready to buy the dip, and it keeps dipping. This is what you get in crypto. CRV is still an awesome project. You know, this, what can I say? You know, this is broken structure, and this massive dump could be in the buying zone. So 7/8 Fibonacci ultimate zone to bottom here. The bear market structure has been broken, but this is what happened on many other altcoins, depending on which one you got in. You break the structure, you come back down to the lows. There's no proper analysis on altcoins, guys, I have to say, unless it's a high cap coin such as Chainlink. We can do some proper analysis, but these ones, these mid cap coins, lots of them are just going to be a pump and dump. Anyway, let's take a look at the poll right away here from the legends. The poll here, how many people did get into that long? 41% of people out of 1,000 votes, 41% of people out of 1,000 votes did get into a long position at the $96,000 range. Absolutely awesome, guys. Absolutely awesome. There is a chance for those longers. I would keep some of that position open, being defensive, because there is a chance that we do get to $102,000 between today and tomorrow, give or take. There is a chance. But the main reason why you want to take some profits, because there is a bearish scenario, which is taking out the lows one more time, guys, right? And dipping below $96,000. It's explained all in the first 30 minutes to 1 hour of the stream, guys. So make sure to check that out. All right, check it out, because I do give the analysis and the different possibilities. The overall end game is to get above $102,000. Okay, let's do a little bit of Q&A, guys. 𝗕𝗶𝘴. Wow, long time since I haven't checked out 𝗕𝗶𝘴. I'm not sure what 𝗕𝗶𝘴's doing. 𝗕𝗶𝘴 has been my best performer, because I did buy 𝗕𝗶𝘴 on the launch, guys, and I sold too early. And I only put $1,000, did manage to make about $20,000. If I would have held on, would have made over $50,000. So I sold too early, guys. I have to say, I sold too early 𝗕𝗶𝘴. And there is a stream actually of me buying 𝗕𝗶𝘴. Somebody talked about 𝗕𝗶𝘴, and I thought, wow, this is such a legendary meme, and it's come out on a crypto. I have to buy at least $1,000. And made some money on 𝗕𝗶𝘴. Not much, but anyway, it was for entertainment purposes. Taking a look at 𝗕𝗶𝘴, it's had an awesome bull running, right? It's had an awesome bull run already. It's done over, I don't know, what's the total? 60, 70x? I'm not sure if it did manage to reach 100x from the launch. Very likely, yes. On the launch on exchanges, of course, if you got into the private launch, then eventually, yes, it did over 100 and 200x. But yeah, no real proper analysis that we can get here on 𝗕𝗶𝘴. Let's just take a look here at 𝗕𝗶𝘴 on Coinbase, for example, where we can get some volume, or on Bybit. It doesn't really matter. Did this only launch on Coinbase a few weeks ago? Or is it just me that's not loading here? Oh yeah, this only launched in November of 2024. We'll have to go to Binance and take a look at 𝗕𝗶𝘴. Let's go. Oof. Where it bounced, my goodness. It bounced exactly at the point of control. Whoever got into this is an absolute legend. Did not manage to sweep up this low. But overall, whoever managed to get into a long position here on 𝗕𝗶𝘴 based on the point of control of this range, very, very hard, unless you have a limit order or you have alerts and you sniper there. But it's downtrending still. It's still downtrending. I know we got all of these different people talking about there's going to be a massive recovery here still in crypto. This is downtrending still. So what can we say? A double bottom would be epic, because that double bottom is actually coming down to that high pivot low here from November of 2024. I would really support the idea of a long position on a double bottom here. When you form a dead cat bounce, many times you test the lows and then you go, right? So a double bottom catch from the wick low of Sunday, especially taking out that low here, get supported from that high volume node. I would remain patient here because it does look like it has a chance to roll down here and test the lows. I'm going to set some alerts myself, guys. I'm going to set some alerts myself here on 𝗕𝗶𝗴 down at the lows, because I would be interested in a double bottom to get into a long position here. This would be like a swing long, especially because you did not hit this low. So just going to remain patient on 𝗕𝗶𝗴. It's still very downtrending, so there's no major reason to believe there's going to be a V-shaped recovery from this point. It's very downtrending still. For shorts, you had that resistance, support resistance flip right there. Just a classic downtrend, what we're going to say. If you want to trade 𝗕𝗶𝗴 is on weeks as well, legends. Okay, you can trade 𝗕𝗶𝗴 on weeks. Remember the bonus, the 50% fee reduction. If you scroll up here, you do have it in the pinned comment. Okay, you just need an email and a password to sign up. You can trade 𝗕𝗶𝗴, Bitcoin, all sorts of different cryptos. Trump coin. Ooh la la, Trump coin. Mamma mia, Trump coin. Let's go with Trump coin. Holy moly. The president needs to do something with this coin. He needs to do something with the coin. Right? He probably doesn't care much about the coin, to be honest. He doesn't care if it's ended up a pump and dump. This is probably going to be going down and ranging here for a long time. This, there's just no analysis to do on this. I mean, there is, looking at different levels and scenarios, but right now, what can I say? Unless you're looking for day trade setups, if you are asking of trading analysis based on day trading or as an investment, at some point, Mr. President will come out and come with a solution with this coin, and it will create a pump at some stage. There's no doubt about it that he's going to come out with, if you buy Trump coin and you hold so many, you'll be getting, a 20% discount on your tax. Eventually, it won't be like that, but just he will have an idea on what to do with this crypto, just so it pumps back up, right? So anyway, there's just no real analysis based on accumulation. It's really just in a slow death, and at some point you're going to get that pump, potentially pump and dump. Melania is even worse. I don't even want to check that, guys. There's no proper analysis or fundamental. I mean, this is just down 10% today. If I tell you that this is a good investment, it might be suicidal. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be the guy that tells you this is a good investment. Melania on the chart is even worse, right? So it's just a very slow death. I wouldn't dare to say this is finding bottom formation, because it might just continue the slow death. Very, very risky to buy any of this, in my opinion. It's risky just to buy Bitcoin. Imagine this. It's not risky anymore to buy Bitcoin, really, if you hold on for the long term. But this, you just never know, guys. I mean, if you want to trade this, this can be traded. You formed a beautiful swing failure pattern from this high right over here from last Sunday. So, you know, it is tradable. Anything is tradable based on liquidity grabs. Based on that conclusion, I wouldn't, yeah, this is, it is finding a bit of support here, as you can see throughout the last few hours. You got a resistance support flip. This is not a very great long trade that I would enter. If possible, you would want to get into shorts. It's nice at the 1.618 extension from this possible flat. It is finding a bit of support. Any local double bottoms could be an attempt here. If it breaks down, then eventually you know the deal. This is a good long position. A sweep of these lows at $1.37 could be a swing failure pattern level. Make sure to create that plan. This could be the liquidity grab, just like this was the liquidity grab from this high, right? So, you know, it's a level that there's two lows here. This did end up forming a liquidity grab and pumping. So you want to have that level ready on the chart for a possible long if you do dip down there. This resistance support flip, this could be looking very corrective. We are in a downtrend, let's not forget that. So looking for longs is going to be more risky than looking for shorts as we are downtrending, right, eventually. So this does look very zigzaggy. This was a great short option, SFP. Resistance, you know, this does look like a zigzag, so this could be rolling down. A possible long scalp would be down here. Shorting here, not an option. Legends, let's go. We got CBM. Shout out to you, my man. If you do not know who CBM is, 𝗬𝗍𝗍𝗫. If you want solid, chilled analysis, guys, make sure to check out 𝗬𝗍𝗍𝗫. Okay? Because very chilled, very nice and technical and fundamental. You get most of, you know, the good value on different coins, different news. Check him out, guys. Give him a bit of love. He only opened the channel about over a month ago. Already 1,000 subscribers. He's getting a lot of attention and views because his content is very solid, guys. Shout out to you. I'm going to put him in the pinned comment, by the way, because you need to go and check him out, guys. Very solid. Fundamental analysis mainly on different crypto projects. Go and check him out, guys. He's right there in the pinned comment, in the comment section right now. CBM, you caught him. Yes. All right, legends. I'm going to wrap it up. It's been almost 2 hours. The Bitcoin analysis has been provided. Most of the people are here for the Bitcoin analysis. There is a chance for the bulls, but there is a chance for the bears based on the analysis that I provided. Okay, make sure to check out the levels, the interest levels for those trading setups. Okay, because tomorrow we'll be saying, let's see if this level got a reaction. Let's see what happened, right? The bullish case or the bearish case. Make sure to check out the first hour of the stream, guys. Very important. Thank you very much for joining. Remember, if you want more in detail analysis, setups, you got the Legends Trading community, guys. This is where myself, 𝗕𝗏𝗏, provide videos every single day on what is happening, looking for the internal scalp setups. We also have Dylan providing the altcoin setups. Okay, you have this with the third link in the description, guys. You also have the modules to learn how to trade yourself. Okay, Legends Trading community. It's this link right over here, fourth link in the description, to take your trading to the next level. Thank you, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow.